Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Emily, and today we are going to talk about all of this series that as of right now, in the beginning of 2026, that I am in the middle of or wanting to reread. So I have quite a few. I'm going to try to go through these relatively quickly, just so that this isn't, a 15-hour long video. And today is the day where the little picture of the book that I don't have will appear. Believe it or not, it will appear. I'm making it happen today. Okay, so I read a lot of different genres. A lot of these I'm in the middle of. Some I am caught up for what is out, and I will let you know what those are as we get going. Okay, so one that I am in the middle of that I absolutely love, it is a mystery series. It's called the Amelia Peabody Mystery Series. It is basically the movie The Mummy in book form. It is absolutely wonderful. There are 20 books out, and I think they're done putting them out, if my research is correct. And I just finished book 9. Hint, hint for the wrap up at the end of the month. But so I'm halfway through that series, and each one just gets better and better and better. So I'm excited to continue moving on with that. The next one that only has 2 books out right now. The one that is currently out, and then one comes out in April, is it's such a good series. It's called a Pen and Dagger novel. This is like a CIA suspense, keep you on the edge of your seat type novel. Oh my goodness, by Tracy Hunter Abramson. This first one is called Novel Threat. I read it last year, and I am counting down the days until April when the next one comes out. It's called Staged Evidence. Oh my goodness, that is going to be a fantastic read. I'm so excited. The next series that I'm in the middle of that I want to kind of continue. I don't know how many are coming out in this one, but I have, it's called Casters and Crowns. And right now there are 2 books out. This is a fantasy, I'm thinking like teen is what it's technically considered, a teen novel. Clean, Christian, clean fantasy novel. The first one was called Casters and Crowns, and the second one is called Sonnets and Serpents. I will be reading Sonnet and Serpents this year sometime, hopefully here in February. I have it on my Kindle, so I'm super excited for that one. I don't know if any more will be coming out, but I think they are just standalone companion novels, but you follow characters that you meet in the first one, those interconnecting series that are all over. Anyway, the next series has 4 books out. I'm in the middle of the 4th one right now. This is the first one. Nope, this isn't the first one. This is the second one. That's okay. The first one is called Bargaining for a Barrister, and the series is called A Matchmaking Mama's Romance. I must have just grabbed the wrong one off my shelf. Whoops. That's okay. It's adorable. It is set in 1800s England, where all of these mamas or grandmas or sort of female caretakers are realizing that all of their wards or sons, daughters, whatever, grandchildren are single, but they need to get married, and they're not doing a good job themselves, so they take it into their own hands, and these kids are like, absolutely not, you're not going to do this to us. Anyway, shenanigans happen. It's a really sweet just romance series. It's adorable. I love it. Okay, the next one, this is the right first book. So it's called A Storm Tide Romance. This is the first one, The Tides of Time by Sarah M. Eden. This one was really, really good. I'm not gonna lie, not my favorite of hers. The ending, for whatever reason, just didn't click with me. I had a lot of questions. So maybe the next one, Echoes of the Sea, that is already out and that I have right over there, will kind of maybe answer some of those questions. I don't know. Well, I'll have to see if they're connected somehow, because the ending left me wanting more a little bit, but still really, really good. Time travel from 1793, and she travels forward to like 1873. So she travels almost 80 years. She travels 80 years forward, and just having to figure out how she did it, what happened. And then the love interest is really, really sweet. It's set on a lighthouse in, like I said, in England. And it's a sweet story. I'm hoping that the second one answers some of my questions from the ending here. Okay. Here it is. Next one, once again, one is out, and then the second one just came out, and I have it physically. This is called the McQuivey's Costume Shop Romance. They're romance stories. And I'm gonna butcher her name. I should know it. Sian and Bessie, maybe? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce her name. I apologize. But this is really, really good. Another time travel, modern day to whenever Guy Fawkes happened. 1605 for the Guy Fawkes gunpowder plot. So part of history that I really didn't have a lot of information on. And so reading this and learning about it was very, very interesting. And the ending here was superb. Fantastic time travel. I really, really enjoyed this. The love interest was really sweet. So I'm excited for the next one. I'll be reading that sometime here this year, which is very exciting. Okay. The next series is a chunker. There are 41 books. So, and I am on book 12. It is the Mrs. Jeffries Mystery Series. And this series is just so sweet and so funny. And I read them because I love the characters. You follow this group of servants, basically, who work for a detective for Scotland Yard, and he's maybe not the brightest bulb in the chandelier. And as this series continues, he gets better and better. But this staff, who absolutely love their inspector, want him to succeed. So behind the scenes, they are going around asking questions. And then this housekeeper, Mrs. Jeffries, she comes to the inspector and is like, "Well, Inspector, you're just so smart. I bet you already thought of this, 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 and this." And he's like, "Of course I did," you know? And it's really, really sweet. They're fast, easy reads. There's a little love interest happening as the story goes on between some of the characters. And then they're just gathering people into their little, you know, community of helping the inspector behind the scenes. And it's adorable. Like I said, it's a chunky monkey series, 41 books. Yikes. Might take me a minute, but I'm getting there. Next is the Mitford series. So this one has special significance to me. So my mom read the series, her mom read the series, and then her mom read the series. So I have 4 generations, including myself, of women, maternal women, that have read this series and have loved it. And so when I found out that not only did my mom, my grandma, and my great-grandma read this series, I was like, okay, I want to read this. It is a 15-book series, I think, from the research that I did when I made my little packet here thingy. And I am on book 11. So I am so close to being done with the series, which is very, very exciting. I love it. We follow this pastor. I think he's a pastor. Anyway, some sort of ecclesiastical leader in this small town, and it's just slice of life. You follow him through sort of all the people that he ministers to and all of the people that he loves and loves him and just the town. And then he meets all these kids, and so he starts gathering family members that he didn't have previously. He's in his 60s when the series starts. At Home in Mitford is the first series, or the first book in the series. And so this single man in his 60s, never had kids, never been married, and he just starts gathering family members. Not necessarily by birth, but by choice, and I love that. I love this series, but I love that the women in my life, some of the women in my life have read it and have loved it. Anyway, okay, the next is one of my favorite mystery series. I love it so, so much. It is the Lady Hardcastle mystery series. I will say that I picked it up, well, for many reasons, but the Lady Hardcastle, her name is Emily, and I just think that all Emilys are cool. So there we go. Anyway, this is hilarious. This first book is called A Quiet Life in the Country. This is by T.E. Kenzie. The only word that I can say to describe this series is cheeky. I love it so much, the sarcasm, but it's like cheeky English sarcasm, and I love it. It is fantastic. It is, as of right now, there are 12 books, but I think he is actively writing. So I think 12 books are currently out with the 13 coming out or something along those lines. So it's definitely a longer series, but I have read up to book 10. I'm on the 10th book. So I'm almost done with what is out right now. And you follow this Lady Hardcastle and her maid Flo. And their relationship is so positive and so sweet. And you follow from the perspective of Flo, and she just thinks her employer is the most batty, funny person. And then you realize as the series goes on that they had a kind of a different lifestyle in regards to government work. They were spies. Anyway, for the British government. And so as the series goes on, you get bits and pieces, and there are different people in the community that fall in love with them, and then they solve crime as they go about this because people realize, oh, you have this sort of espionage spy background, you must know what you're doing, help me out type of thing. It's positive, it's adorable, it's wonderful, no swear words, no sexy scenes, like it is just fantastic. I love it dearly. And they're all on Kindle Unlimited, PS. So if you have a Kindle, they're all on there. Okay. Oh, I lent this out to one of my clients. So I don't have this one hard copy, but the next one is a reread for me. This next series is a reread for me. It's called the Matchmaker series, and it is so sweet. I just finished the first one again. So that will be coming out in the wrap up at the end of the month. It's just a sweet romance. You follow this group of cousins, and they get involved in something that they probably shouldn't have. And so to clear their names or sort of help solve these crimes, these murders or whatever, they get in touch with the constabulary and all the detectives in England, set in like 1800s England. It's wonderful. It's adorable. So sweet. I was listening to it as I was driving to work, and it makes you all giddy and excited, and oh, they're just so good. I think the author is Nancy Campbell Allen. She's one of my favorites. Google her because she has fantastic books. Any by her, I would recommend. Okay. The next series is also a reread for me, at least the two first books. It's a trilogy. It's called The Kingdom and the Crown series. I have the physical book over there by my bed. So you just get the dust jacket by Gerald N. Lund. And this is a biblical fiction during the time of Christ. And it follows just people during that time and sort of the atmosphere. And then he's very, very good at researching the Bible and incorporating those stories into it. This came into my life when I was very, very needing it, about 15 years ago or so now. And I love it. And because it's been so long, I saw it on my shelf and I'm like, oh, Emily, just read that again. It was good. You need to read it again. So this is a reread, and I'm super excited to jump back into that that trilogy, they're chunky for sure, but they're so good. So anyway, okay, next is called The Sackets by Louis L'Amour. It is a Western series. Like I said, I kind of read all over the place. These I just sort of landed into, and then one day my mom said that my great-grandpa loved reading Louis L'Amour, and I said, oh, okay, I'll try it. And so a lot of it has to do with the fact that I love my great-grandpa, and he loved these, and so it's kind of a familial connection, I guess. But the series is really, really good. They're tiny little books, and they go quickly, and there's action and adventure, and everything just ends up really, really happy in the end. In the Sackett series, there are 17 books, and I am on book 6. So I haven't read that one in a couple of years. So I'm actually have the next book that I need on hold at the library. So as soon as that audiobook comes in, that will be read, because I need to make some progress on that series, because I haven't over the last couple of years. Okay, the next book in the series, I think it's called the Tennis Shoe series. This is one of my favorites. I listen to it as I'm driving to work, or I'm on my walks. I just pop it in. And I probably shouldn't listen to this when I'm around people, because I am laughing so hard. This author, he's also the audiobook narrator. And I love it when that happens, because I feel like it's their baby. And so they're portraying the things that they want and emphasis on the things that they want because they wrote it. Anyway, oh, it's just wonderful. I love it so much. You follow this boy as he sort of, and each book he gets older and older, but he gets sucked into scriptural times. And this is very heavily religious, I would say. So going into it, know that, or do your research beforehand if that really isn't your thing. But it incorporates different time periods and different peoples. But then there are conflict, of course, because, you know, you read scriptures and there's conflict all over the place between peoples, and it's just wonderful. There are 13 in that series, and I am on book 4. I just started it last year, and I love them so much. They are teen books. Oh my goodness. They're just hilarious. I love them. Love them, love them. Okay. Next is another 1800s England romance series. Can you tell that's one of my favorite genres? And it is called the Gents series by Sarah M. Eden. This first one is called Forget Me Not. And it just follows this group of men as they've been kids all the way up into adulthood, and then each book is their story on how they find love. She is so good at making, you know, you all tingly and happy inside listening to it. The 5th one just came out, and that is the one I am on. I am caught up, other than the newest one that just came out. It's called Love in a Mist, and so I am really, really excited to read that. I'm hoping to read that sooner rather than later, because it's one of my favorite series. Okie dokie. The next 2 are from the same author, and I am caught up in both of them. The first one is called the Lady Darby Mystery Series by Annalee Huber. Oh, I'm not sure on that last name, sorry. Oh my gosh. These are 1830, England, Scotland, around there. They travel back and forth. And in this one, you follow an artist who has just gone through a horrible, she just became a widow from a horrible, horrible marriage. And she gets, it's been like 10 years since I've read this. So I think she gets sucked into something because she kind of has a reputation just because of what her husband did. And you learn all of that in the story. So I don't want to go too deep, but oh my goodness, it was fantastic. I read this on a trip that I took in college for the job that I was working at the time. And so I read it on the plane. I was reading it in the hotel room at night after the conference was over. Oh my goodness, it was fantastic. The 14th book comes out in June, and you better believe that that will be in my possession as soon as it's available. I'm all caught up. They are fantastic. She's an artist, and so there's a lot of art history in there, which I love. Really, really, really good. I will say that later in the series, married people do married things, but everything is closed door. There's no graphic descriptions or fade to black. Very, very appropriate for people who do not like, who like clean, more, just clean reading. I consider this clean because they are married and it's closed door. You know something happens, but they're married again. So anyway, okay, same author, different series. This is called the Verity Kent mystery series. And this is set in 1919, so right after World War I. She was a spy. Can you tell? I have a lot of similar things. But she can't say anything because they sign like a confidentiality something or other with the government. And England, again, I can't remember if I said that or not. Oh my goodness, so good. In this first one, you follow Verity Kent, who has just lost her husband, who is a war hero, and she's going through all this grief, and then craziness happens, and out of left field, you're like, oh my goodness, that is absolutely insane. The 9th book comes out, it says autumn. Whenever, so I don't have a specific month, but in autumn of this year, the 9th book will come out. I am all caught up and I am so excited. As soon as the audiobooks and the physical books come out, I am on that list and they are mine for sure. Really, 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 really good. Okay, the next series that I just started, because they're short, they're easy, they're good for all of my boy clients who maybe struggle with reading a little bit. The Hardy Boy Adventures. This is the 3rd one. Very similar. They're mystery series. They're 2 brothers. They are told not to, go looking for trouble, but trouble finds them and they solve the cases. Really, really super short, easy reads, perfect for younger readers. As of right now, according to what I did when I was doing my research for all of this, 17 books are out and I've read 2 of them. So this is the 3rd one. This is the one I'm on that I'll be working on. Same with this next series. And this one is very popular in the middle grade genre. It's the I Survive Adventure series. And each book, there are 25 as of when I did my research. I think she pops them out pretty regularly. They each follow some historic event. So I've read 2 so far. The sinking of the Titanic in 1912 and then a shark attack of 1916. I listen to them as I'm driving to work. I think the longest one was 2 hours, but I listen on 2 speed. And so it's an hour. I get it done in a day. They're very, very simple, but they're good information, which I think is good for kids getting into sort of that historical fiction, adventure, drama genre. Really, really short, easy reads. The next one, we're almost done, is again a reread for me. It's The False Prince. I read the first 3 thinking that it was just a trilogy and it was over. Jennifer Nielsen popped out 2 more on me. Rude. Exciting. Just kidding. But so now I need to go back and reread the first 3 because I don't remember those. I've read them to my 4th grade class, I think, and my 4th graders loved them when I was in the classroom. But I haven't read the entire series, and I want to read those last 2. I have heard that the series maybe goes down a little bit. I'm going to make my own judgment on that. The False Prince, really, really good series. I loved it when I read it, and when I read it to my kiddos, my 4th graders. Okay, the next one, I just started this one. It's the Nancy Drew Diaries by Carolyn Keene. Curse of the Arctic Star. And according to the research, there are 26 in the series out so far. Very, very short, very easy reads, perfect for, I would definitely say, middle school and up, personally, just because Nancy and all of her friends, her friend has a boyfriend. So take with that what you will. Just a cute middle grade mystery series, Nancy Drew, very classic. The next one, do I have that book? I do. This I haven't started yet. I haven't read it before. I am super excited. As of right now, there are 3 books out. This first one is called A Heart Worth Stealing by Joanna Barker, and it's called the Bow Street series. It's England, 1802. It sounds fantastic. Our main girl loses something, and so she gets in touch with a Bow Street officer. And then there was something that I read that he was a thief or something, hence the stealing. And then each subsequent book in the series has that sort of same theme. I don't know. I've never read these. I've never read this author, so this is going to be a new series for me, which I'm super excited about. And then the last one. I have more that I want to read, but the last one on my list, as of right now, that I know for sure I will be reading, is the Claire Walker mystery series by Rebecca Connolly. The picture will be up here. It will. The first one is called The Crime Brulee Bake Off. The second one just came out. These are really, really cute. Probably not my favorite mystery series, but they're cute enough to continue. It is, if you like the British Bake Off on Netflix, this is its book form. Very cute. It's set on an estate in England, modern day, where there's a baking show, and she gets to come to this baking show, but then someone dies, and she figures it out with the lord of the manor. I can't remember what he's called, but anyway, I'm excited. The next one just came out. It's called Mayhem on the Marzipan Express, which I thought was really cute. Anyway, so those are the ones for sure I'm in the middle of, or the for sure I am starting this year. Like I said, there will be more coming because I have others that I'm very, very interested in. The rest of my pages are Agatha Christie. So I want to read all of Agatha Christie's works. I have read a handful of them. I'm not going to go through any of those right now. But I do track Agatha Christie and all of her series, I guess if you want to call them. Miss Marple, Tommy and Tuppence, Hercule Poirot, all of those. So I do track those. I don't know if I don't read them in order or anything. So I do work on those, which you will see as I read them because I'll tell you about them. So anyway, those are all the series that I am currently in the middle of or working on. I really want to make good progress in these and be somewhat accountable and include you guys, because I know that all the booktubers that I watch, they're always like, oh my goodness, I have so many series. We want to get some stuff done. So I thought I'd make this. It's always fun seeing what series people are interested in and in the middle of. So I would love to chat down in the comments below if you've found any from this that you want to try, or if you think, based on what I am in the middle of, if you have any recommendations for me. I would love to hear from you guys. I will talk to you again really, really soon. Bye-bye.